Over the years, I've seen pretty much any possible way you can think to hold a gun. And it's probably the most complicated thing to get done properly. Some ways we can improve that grip is, first of all, if you're not doing this, do this. Boom, right there, and drive that webbing of your hand up at an angle into the back of that gun. If you have a Glock, I'll pray for you, okay? Then you want to wrap around there. You want to get high up on that tang or that back strap, the pistol, right? You want to get high up on the bore axis. Uh, Whatever term you know, you want to get high up on this thing, okay? Boom, up like that. You want to grip around, and then if you hold the gun out like this, you kind of want that gun to be in line with your arm. If it's off like this, I've seen people shoot perfectly great like this. They're just slightly off, all right? But any new shooters, anyone trying to get a bit better performance, there you go, you can see it a bit better that way. I like it to be aligned with my arm, okay? Why? Because, well, that pushes a lot of that energy back into my arm. So, high up on the tang, good grip. We're not going to squeeze this super hard. We're going to throw this thumb up super high. Then we are going to marry up this knuckle right here on your support hand to this knuckle on your middle finger of your dominant hand. Boom. We are not going to aim for the trigger guard or the light or whatever the heck you do. We are going to aim for that knuckle because you know where the knuckle is. You do not know where this is because it's not really attached to your body. You could hit it here, or you might hit the light. Aim for the knuckle. Hiya. Okay? So we chop here, and then we are going to roll that thing up. And if let me move this out of the way. We are going to get this meaty part of your palm up into that same area that you're driving this hand up into. We want it up in here, okay? Don't worry, your slide isn't going to hurt you. Chop, roll up, and we're going to put that thing right there. I often have overlap with the slide. I have never been hurt on my hand from my slide unless I gripped too high up on a Glock, okay? That is a proper grip. I'm not tensing with my thumbs. I am applying some pinky pressure on my dominant hand that kind of pinches here. And then I am squeezing the life out of this gun with my support hand. How much should you be squeezing? Because I don't think people fully understand this. In fact, I know people don't fully understand how much I squeeze. Chop, roll up, press in, okay? Squeeze, apply pinky pressure, okay? I am squeezing so hard that this gun starts to shake, and then I back it off a little bit. That is how hard I squeeze that gun with this hand, okay? That's it. Real briefly, one more time. High up, wrap around, thumb up out of the way, okay? It's hard to do in slow motion how I was, but this is what this hand wants to look like. Don't apply a ton of pressure. Chop, roll up, put a ton of pressure in with this hand till you start shaking like that. Back it off a little bit, and then these thumbs kind of just sit here. Don't drive them any particular way. Where they land, and that's great. Okay? If it touches your slide, that's fine. Just don't apply a ton of pressure on there, okay? And then just kind of let them hang out. Now, some of you might be hitting this slide stop. That is okay, all right? Yeah, it's not like super ideal, but it's okay. My hands fit most guns in a way where I actually aim to, let's see if I can get that right. I'm not actually touching it, and in most cases, I don't touch it. If I'm touching it, I actually am telling myself to get my dominant thumb up and out of the way more because it is pushing me too far forward into that slide stop. Okay, I am not touching it. That is the same way on a little tiny gun. Okay, in fact, let me go grab a little tiny gun. Okay, So again, high up, grip the gun, thumb high into the sky. Hey, okay. Chop, roll up, apply pressure, and then pinky pressure. Okay. Try and do this without moving that hand. Look, I am not actually touching that. I am not actually touching that slide stop. And then I apply pressure and then apply pinky pressure. When you get your hand up this high, it is pretty easy to apply that pressure up there, period. Because that is where your hand naturally wants to squeeze anyways when you pull that hand back. If I move it forward even a little bit, it is actually harder for me to squeeze with this hand. So when I go up like this versus this, or even that, it is harder for me to squeeze this hand. That is the best way I have found to grip a gun, no matter the gun. Those are the rules I abide by. I try to stay behind the slide stop, thumb high to the sky, roll up, apply pressure. Scott from Modern Samurai Project calls it going above, below, and behind.
It's science.
You're trapping the fulcrum behind, going up and above like this with this hand, then you're applying that pinky pressure below. That is how you grip a gun and get on target super fast and super easily. You may not be able to squeeze it as hard as I can. That is completely fine. But you should get away from trying to say, well, 60% of my grip is this hand, 40% is this hand, whatever percentages. You can't quantify that. And I can't actually demonstrate what 60, 50, 40, 70, whatever percent actually is. So, two completely different sized guns, it's the same grip. I grip Glocks the same, I grip P320s the same, everything's the same. Hope it helps.